Welcome to Aston Martin Mindset. My name's Alex Elaine, and in this video, I want to talk about how to secure a pay rise, especially if you're in an existing 9-to-5 job and you're trying to figure out how you can get that next step in your income. Now, ultimately, securing a pay rise to me always starts with one thing: performance. If you're not in a position where you're already excelling in whatever way you're assessed in terms of your performance, so in my world, software sales is going to be your quota attainment, or where you are against your target is the predominant thing your manager or your leader is likely to look at. It always starts with that. If you're not in a position where you don't have great performance already, it's going to be really difficult to secure a pay rise because you're always running the race from behind. So it starts with that. Make sure that you're already an elite performer, someone who's leading from the front over 100% of your plan, and make sure that you've done that with some level of consistency, month on month, quarter on quarter. The next thing is you've got to assess to yourself what your brand reputation is look like internally. Are you well received? Are you someone that people look to as someone that can be relied upon, counted upon? Do your peers speak well of you? Are you someone that the business values and sees as a core part of their ability to be able to be successful as they continue to move forward? You've got to ask yourself these questions and start to think that through. The next thing is really always making sure that you're of service to your manager or your leader. Your leader's going to have many different things on their agenda, many different things that they've got to deal with every week. Are you the person that volunteers and often tries to be helpful to take some things off of your leader's plate? This does a couple of things. Of course, it helps you build a better relationship with them and a better bridge of trust. There's a know, like, and trust factor that continues to grow there. But it also helps you take on more responsibilities, take on some projects or some initiatives that are maybe a pay grade above where you are. Now, when you've combined all of those things and you've done them over an extended period of time, what that gives you is leverage in the conversation. So when you go to ask for a pay rise, you're in a position now where you've got multiple cylinders you can fire on. You're a target plus performer, you're someone that's well received internally, and you go above and beyond, taking on extra projects and extra initiatives that have helped to take things off your manager's plate. This gives you a ton of leverage that you can then use in that conversation to say, hey, I absolutely deserve a pay rise, and the reasons for that is for X, Y, and Z based on those three cylinders, and it really makes it a no-brainer. In many scenarios, I've seen in organizations where people have gone through that framework that actually they end up getting pay rises automatically because their manager recognizes all of that activity and they inherently want to give them a pay rise to keep them in the business. I was in a particular company where within a 2-year period, I had 7 pay rises and didn't have to ask for a single one. And it was all because I followed along with that framework, always performed, built a great reputation, took things off of my manager's plate. And by virtue of that, they wanted to make sure that they kept me in the company, kept me excited to be there, and wanted to make sure they created an environment where I didn't want to go anywhere else. I hope that those tips are helpful in some way, and I'll see you on the next one.